Okay, we have game 3 on board. Looks like big governor thing. Bandit Fort is there as well, but you can get rid of your silvers and golds on this board. There's lots of ways to do it. Governor itself, farmland, remake, salvager, so I'm not worried about accidentally picking up a silver or two here. So we're both going to open the same way. Remake and silver first. Remake to try to get as thin as possible to make the governors work as smoothly as possible. It is the only draw on the board, so you will have to give your opponents a couple cards every now and again. There is also prince on the board. Most attractive target for prince looks like pawn, which could be something. It's quite easy to get the prince here. You just remodel a gold with governor, and you have your prince. Easy peasy. So, like I said, remake and silver for both of us. 4 here is going to be another remake to try to trash as quickly as possible, of course. Now here, you have a lot of options on this hand here, right? I could not play the remake. That seems bad. Let's get thin. So what I'm going to do instead is turn a copper into nothing, of course, and a silver this time into a salvager. So now I have remake and 2 salvagers in my... No, 2 remakes and a salvager in my deck. The reason for doing this is that, well, I could maybe remake the salvager if they come together, or I could use the salvager on an estate, maybe get to 5 that way. Salvager is also going to be useful later on if I want to salvage a gold and get big bucks. Now turn 4 for my opponent, I do not see a remake, meaning his remake actually missed the shuffle. He was able to pick up a couple more, but not being able to see his remake straight away is quite unlucky for him. So this turn, just going to turn a couple of states into silvers. I feel like I need the money to buy governors. Also, the silvers are governor targets for remodeling into other governors. So finally my opponent plays his remake but just trashes a couple coppers. Here I get rid of the salvager that I remade on the previous shuffle into my first governor. I do have a couple pawns by this point. The pawns should fill the role of plus buy quite nicely. There is also salvager on the board for the plus buy, but the pawn definitely can fill that role. Is also a nice target for the prince should we get to that point. Anyway, the last estate gets turned into silver by me here, and I am going to pick up yet another pawn. So my opponent is really just a little bit behind because his remake missed the shuffle. He is able actually here to trash one of his remakes into a governor, which is real nice for him. I believe that's his first governor. I remodel a silver into my second governor and pick up a salvager here off this remake play. Again, the salvager might be useful, right? I might want to play the salvager on the remake or the remake on the salvager. It's just good to have the options in the deck, especially with remake around. And as it turns out here, well, we're going to do remake salvager again to pick up a couple governors this turn. So my opponent, he was able to actually buy a governor last turn. He is not going to remodel or trash anything here with my governor play, but instead he's going to save his tools for this turn where he is able to pick up 2 governors. I'm a little bit surprised that he was able to pick up 2 governors here. He turns a remake into one and a salvager into another one and buys another one. So that is why he didn't want to trash anything. He had the exact hand to pick up 3 governors, which is a lot of governors. It actually allows him to even up the governor split, and it finishes at 5 each. So that is quite a nice recovery from my opponent. With these governors here, I am going to just gain gold with them. I thought about gaining gold, drawing, remodeling into prince, but I think I rather have the golds at this point in the deck. Kinda strange situation where we both get negative points for putting these golds and silvers into each other's decks with the governor, but like I said, that's not really a problem because you'll be remodeling them or remaking them or salvaging them in some way for the remainder of the game. So 5 governors apiece, but I do have quite a bit more gold than my opponent. He finally, not finally, but he gains his first gold here. Gold is a bit important on this board because we have farmland around, so just something to take note of. And a first pawn for my opponent. So here I am actually looking to perhaps prince one of my pawns, and that is actually what ends up happening. Luckily for me, I remodel a gold into a prince. I did have the time to do this because my opponent was just a little bit behind, and I thought, well, why not? I think it was also fine at this point to start going for provinces. I think I actually end up picking up a province at the end of this turn here. So prince goes on the pawn. So worst case scenario, that is an extra card and action at the start of my next turn. So I could potentially play two terminals. I know I don't have two terminals right now, but maybe I might get a salvage after remaking the silver. Who knows how things will work, right? Decide to go for the provinces here, not to play around with princes anymore because governor endgames can be a bit tricky. And if you can start in on the provinces, that's probably to your benefit. So here, bit scary, but thankfully I have the prince pawn to maybe pull me out. Turn a silver into a salvager here. Now that I have the terminal space for it, it seems good. Pawn draws me into another gold. No governors for me, and this looks really sad. Looks like I finally give my opponent the opportunity to catch up. So he turned a silver into a band of misfits. I am also going to pick up a band of misfits and another pawn here. Band of misfits is fine. Either remake or salvage or whatever you like, really. It also is an option for defensive trashing into farmland of your opponent's governor place. So just, you know, something to keep in mind. Similarly with the four costs that can be turned into duchies. So this turn, my opponent goes for one remodel gold into province, and he buys another one, leaving the total at 4 provinces. And I feel like I could get 4 provinces. So I use this pawn for card action, knowing that I have the salvager in the back and the remake in the back. And I'm just going to go looking for as much gold as I could find. If I could remodel 3 gold, I have the salvager, I can trash province with salvage and buy the last province. My opponent, I don't think he has anything that he could do to prevent that play. Even if he defensively trashes into duchies or farmlands, it's just not enough points to catch up. So I actually find everything here. I have the win in hand, and I'm going to go for it and take game 3 here. So again, this one was kind of swingy. My opponent's remake just missed the shuffle, and with my trashing advantage, I was able to steer this game home. He did very well to get 5 governors, though I for sure thought I was winning the governor split, but he was able to make sure that did not happen. So I get rid of all the golds and silvers from my deck, I believe, which is cool, and pick up the final province for the win. So thank you for watching game 3, and I will see you in the next one.